that song right there. That was Kirk Franklin, "Help Me Believe." And the words of that song is just so true because, like, I really just want to believe. We all just want to believe sometimes in God. Sometimes it's just so hard. And, in the times that we need Him the most, when He asks us to look towards Him, sometimes those are the times where it's the hardest to do that. And so we all just pray that, He can help us to believe. And that goes into what we're going to be talking about today. But before we begin, I'd like to say, how y'all doing? Y'all having a good day? I hope so. I'm having a great day. Y'all probably asking or wondering what's wrong, what's going on with your hair? What's going on with that? It's a little different. Might let y'all see. These are what you call puffs. Check them out. And I am getting dreads. For many of you who don't know that already, yeah, I've already been starting that. These are not the dreads. Well, these are puffs, and African American hair, you can put them in puffs to help the growing process go a little faster. I did it before I had braids way back when, and it works very well. So that's what I'm doing. My hair is actually growing really fast. It's like I last had a haircut a little bit before Christmas, and it was like really short, but like straight up cut, and then it's like this. So it's been helping. I've been doing a lot of research on dreads, and I hope to get that started in March. But anyways, today's topic is a little bit about anxiety and just trying to keep faith, and like the Kirk Franklin song said, just believing, just really keeping the faith and hope up in God. And when you're in those spots where you're really just at a loss and you don't know what to do, just looking to God and trusting Him for all His glory. And I have a passage here today. Let's get at it. This is in Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 to 7. And it says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ." And that really uh, is comforting, because we all live in a society where everything is just so hectic, and we have a lot of things to do, and we're asked to do a lot of things, and that means we're only one person ourselves. And so when all these things are asked of us, it gets kind of overwhelming sometimes, and you get anxious and you get nervous, and that's where stress comes in. And it's just a society that's just so hectic with that, and that's why you have all these energy drinks and stuff to keep people awake to do things, because there's more things to do, a lot of stress, and it's just an everlasting cycle of people being worrisome sometimes and just being anxious. And um, I find myself doing this a lot. I go to college. I'm a college student. I'm always stressing. I'm always procrastinating. I'm always, trying to get my work done, and it's hard because we have deadlines and stuff, and that we feel at a loss. But just know, first of all, that you're not alone, and that people are anxious. People suffer from anxiety all around you. But there is hope, and there is an answer, and the answer is in God, in Jesus Christ. And what this passage is pretty much saying is that, just don't be anxious. Instead, really just put all of your trust, put everything you have in prayer, petition, and thanksgiving for what you have in God, and that whatever you're going through right now, His grace will transcend through that, and it'll be okay. And it's just such an awesome thing. And the hard part is really just believing that. But once you believe that, it's so true, and it comes out so beautifully in your lives when you actually put that into play. I have a little story. Uh, Last semester, this was fall last semester, it was during midterms, and I was just like, man, I had, I think, like 4 or 3 midterms in one day, and then I had like 2 papers on top of that, and I was at a complete loss. And in 2 of the finals, like, I wasn't doing the greatest in those classes at that point, and so I was just like, I need this midterm in order to really survive, pretty much. And so we stayed up, like, all me and my friend Chris, we stayed up like all night that night, and I had to focus on those two those two midterms, and I studied a lot for one of them that I knew that was going to be a little bit harder, and the other one was pretty much just as hard, but I needed that other one especially, and so I focused on one, and then I said, you know what, I don't even know what I'm going to do with the other one. I might have to take this L. I might have to take this fail on this, but I don't know. And so I prayed a lot that night. Me and my friend Chris would prayed. I really didn't even know what I was gonna do. I felt at a loss. I felt like I was really about to just fail all of this. I didn't even know if I was gonna fall asleep in the middle of the final midterm because we didn't have sleep that night. And so I went in and I took the final that I studied for, and that went pretty well. I felt confident about that. I crammed in as much as I could. Don't cram, guys, but if you have to do, you do what you gotta do. But and the other one, I was about to go in there and fail that. So I go in the classroom, right? I sit in the back, and I felt like this is the end. This is it. My life is over. And so I started in class. I started to pray. I bowed my head and I started to pray a little bit. I said, "Please, God, just, just help me with this, guide and protect me. And even though I'm not prepared, Lord Jesus, I beg that you can just give me some power to get through this." And I prayed that, and then the professor came to the front of the class, and he said, "Guys, you all have been working extremely hard in this semester, and I recognize that. And you've been one of my hardest working classes that I've had so far, and I know that you've all had a lot of things to work on. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you this midterm as a take-home midterm, and you can bring it back next week." When I tell you that I've never felt so liberated in my life, I've never felt such a joy rush through my veins that day. Like I honestly, I went back to my room and I cried because I said only the love of Jesus Christ could deliver somebody from something like that. Like I was about to fail that midterm. You don't understand that. I was so anxious and I was at a complete loss and I didn't know what to do, and he came and he still, even today, I still can't get over that. He helped me out with that big time, and I'm sure that many of y'all have stories like that where you just prayed and God just delivered, and He's just such an awesome God with that. But anyways, like that's just an example of what this verse is talking about. Like if you place your trust in Him, and you just thank Him for all that He's done, and just ask Him to be there for you, He will. And there's no need to be anxious. It's a human nature thing. We're all going to be anxious, but try not to, because we serve an awesome God, and he looks out for his children. That's true. Um, but yeah, that's all I had to say. Some of y'all have midterms today and tomorrow. For y'all who are at center term winding down. I don't know. You at other universities, y'all probably beginning your spring semester soon. But even if this is not a time for anxiety, just know that there will be times, and I just hope that you all remember that, as Philippians 4:6 said, we all have to just really trust in God with all of our anxieties, and He'll come through for us. Alright, that's all I got for y'all this week. I will see y'all next week. Have a wonderful break, you all who are at center. Um, Enjoy yourselves. Make it home safely. All my people elsewhere, I will see y'all soon. Peace out. God bless. One.